Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As always, I want to thank you for tuning into the channel. And if this is your first time viewing, a wonderful welcome to you. Now, I was recently inspired by the overwhelming amount of support that I got on my last card game video, where I demonstrated how to play solitaire. So I thought to myself, what better way to make use of my playing card collection than to bring you another demonstration. But before we do that, I would like you to pick which of these three decks in front of you would you like me to use for this demonstration. Okay, we have first, on the left, a bicycle Mickey Mouse deck, okay? And of course, the back of the cards are demonstrated here. Now, I know that the lights I use are a bit too orange for professional video making, but we work within our means. Okay, so this is the Disney Mickey Mouse from Bicycle. Okay, that is option number one. Option number two is right here in the middle. This is the Cobalt Lux Riderback, also from Bicycle. It's got that nice shine to it, a metallic sort of back there on that deck. Okay, that's option number two. Option number three is over here. This is the Bicycle Aurora deck. Okay, and this is what the back of the card looks like. Can you see that okay? Okay, so which of these three decks would you like me to use for this demonstration? The Cobalt Lux. Okay, you like the shine on that? Okay, that is an excellent choice. All right, let me move these two out of the way. Okay, so the game that I want to demonstrate to you today is poker. Texas Hold'em poker. Now, I will preface that I am by no means an expert, nor am I a gambler. So there are some things that I won't be going into. I won't dive too deep into strategy. I'm just going to explain the basic mechanics as best I can. So first, let's uncover our deck of cards. Now, this is one of my favorite decks. Unfortunately, when I bought these, I didn't have the tendency, like I do now, to buy two decks for my collection. One to use, one to sit in the wrapping and look cool. So the box is not in its best condition. Let's take a quick glance again at that shiny metallic finish on the back of those cards. Other than the finish, of course, it's just a standard Bicycle deck, as you can see. Okay, this is a standard deck of 52 cards, and we will need to remove these three, the jokers and the informations, and we will set those aside. Okay, so the goal of poker is to get yourself effectively. The main goal of poker is to get a hand of 5 cards that is strong enough to win. Okay, this is the most straightforward way to play. Of course, poker is mainly a game of deduction and bluffing. Okay, so there are a lot of different strategies you can employ when you play a game of poker, especially at high stakes tables. Of course, again, I am not a gambler myself, so I play very casually. Sometimes when I am over at some friend's house, maybe we've got a little bit rowdy during the night and just want to play for fun. So the main goal is to have the strongest hand of 5 cards that you can. Okay? But again, there are other strategies. Now, I have over here a very brief cheat sheet, and you'll have to forgive me, my handwriting has never been the best, of the 10 different hands of poker, and I hope you can see that alright. If you can't, I will be delighted to explain. So, we'll go from the bottom to the top. Okay, so down here at number 10, you have high card. Okay, now the high card is just the highest card in your hand, and in poker, the ace is the high card, going from ace, king, queen, jack, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 2. Okay, so in poker, the high card is the ace, and the high card hand is also known as the nothing hand because you cannot beat anything with a high card. Okay, just above high card in the 9th position, we have pair. Okay, again, my handwriting is abysmal. It would make any English teacher freak. So at number 9, we have pair. Okay, a pair is 2 cards of the same rank, which refers to their value, right? So rank would be 2 2s, 2 kings, 2 3s, whatever. But a pair is 2 cards of the same rank. Above pair, in the 8th slot here, we have 2 pair. Okay, 2 pair is very self-explanatory. 2 pairs. Okay, so you'd have a pair of 6s and a pair of 5s, for example. Above the 2 pair in the 7th slot, 7th position, we have 3 of a kind. 3 of a kind, again, rather self-explanatory. That is 3 cards of the same rank. Okay. In the 6th position, we have a straight, which is 5 cards in order, right? They can be of any suit, they just have to be in order. For example, Jack 10, 9, 8, 7 would be a straight, okay? A flush is any 5 cards of the same suit. So any 5 any 5 hearts, any 5 spades, any 5 clubs, or any 5 diamonds would be a flush. A full house in the 4th position would be a 3 of a kind and a pair. So a 3 of a kind and a pair is the 4th highest hand that you can achieve. Okay? In the 3rd position, is 4 of a kind. If you have 4 of a kind, that is the 3rd strongest hand in poker. In the 2nd position, we have a straight flush, which follows the rules of a straight, 5 cards in order, and also the rules of a flush, which is 5 cards of the same suit. So you would need, for example, you would need a 2, 3, 4, 5, and a 6 of diamonds would be a straight flush. And then in the top selection here, in the 1st position, is a royal flush, which is a straight flush that begins with the highest card in the game, which is an ace. Okay, so a royal flush is a straight flush that begins with an ace. Now, I hope you can understand that better than you can read it. So those are the 10 hands. Now, I do want to clear up a quick misconception about hands in poker. So all of the suits are treated equally, but if you Google a royal flush, you will see it in spades more often than not. I think that just has to do with how cards are packaged and printed, where the ace of spades is often the logo card or the decal card, or the signature card, it's sometimes called, where it has the most fancy embossing on it. you know, it has a special design, so it'll often be the one that you see first. And for some reason, oh, there it is. So, for example, the standard bicycle cards will look like that on the Ace of Spades. I think that's all. That's about why you see royal flushes that start with spades all the time. So let's now get into the mechanics of how you build your hand of 5 cards. So, in every game of poker, there will be one individual who will be denounced. Well, not denounced. Designated is the word I meant to say there. Designated as the dealer. The dealer will, at the start of the game, have a deck of cards. They will remove the top card from play and discard it. Then, in a motion going left of the dealer is how we traditionally played it in every setting that I did. They would deal 2 cards face down to every player in the game, okay? Then, those players would reveal their cards only to themselves, okay? So you can assess the value of your hand and whether or not you want to play that hand. In this scenario, we're going to play every hand just for demonstrative purposes and because we're not betting. So we're going to play every hand. So in this case, we have an ace and a 3, all right? You never want to reveal what hand you have to any other players. You want to keep that information to yourself. Once all hands have been dealt, in settings where gambling is involved, this is where you would set the blinds, the small blind and the big blind, or in other scenarios you would ante. Okay, we're not going to get into that in this video, but that is where the betting would start, and then every round after, you would also have an option to bet or fold or call and all of that. But again, we're just going to play this very casually, okay? So after all of that is done, to start the game, the top card will once again be removed from the deck, and the dealer will reveal the next 3 cards from the deck, and this will be known as the flop, okay? This is the flop. Now again, our hand is quite bad. It's an ace and a 3, but there is a 2 here. If there is, oh no, we can't. Yeah, okay, so if there's a 4 and a 5 that come out, we will be able to build a straight. So we might get lucky here. So every player in the game has their 2 cards that they keep to themselves, and then all the cards here in the community pool are playable by everybody. So everyone will be working with the same cards in the middle here. So after the flop comes out, the flop here, there are 2 more rounds. And again, between each round is where betting takes place, if you feel so inclined. And between each round, the dealer will remove the top card from play. This is mainly to limit the ability to figure out what card is where. And then the card here that is played after the flop is called the turn. This card here is called the turn, okay? So we have 1 more round after this. Obviously, betting would take place. Some bluffing, some shenanigans would go on between rounds. Of course, this is only for casual instruction. But again, the final card here to make up 5 cards in the community pool. You are able to just play the table, is what it's called, playing the table. You can play the 5 cards on the table as your hand, but keep in mind everybody has access to these cards, okay? So it's not an optimal strategy by any means. In this scenario, obviously we have a 3 and an ace. There is nothing that we can really do with these cards, but that's fine. Again, this is all for demonstration. So let us... Well, I should also mention, in certain circles, you may also have a draw pile, and you may be able to draw new cards between rounds. I've never played that way, but I thought I should mention that that is an optional rule. So let's play through a couple rounds to sort of familiarize yourself with how this works. So I will give the deck a brief shuffle, and I am unable to bridge shuffle due to nerve damage in my left hand. So I will be doing this sort of side shuffle thingamajig that I have got going here. Of course, there is no one way to shuffle cards, so don't be discouraged. I think that will be a decent shuffle there. So let's play a friendly game, okay? A brief review. The top card is removed from play by the dealer. 2 cards starting left of the dealer will be given to each player. So let's say this is 2 cards for me, and we'll say over here, this is, allow me to adjust the playing surface quickly. Let's say this is 2 cards for you, okay? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to close my eyes, and I promise you they are closed, okay? Well, I should pick up your cards first so I know where they are. So I will pick up your cards. I have closed my eyes, okay? These are your cards, okay? I hope those are in frame and you are able to view them clearly. Okay. Let me try this, okay? Have you analyzed your cards? Okay. Memorize these cards, okay? I'm going to put them back down now. Okay. I've not peeked at your cards. I will now take a look at mine. Okay. Let's play a friendly round of poker. This is the flop. Okay? The flop. This is the flop. How do you feel about your hand? Okay? How do you feel about these cards? Okay? Let's move forward now to the turn. Okay? Do you feel differently about your cards? Okay? Excellent. And finally, let's reveal the river. Okay? Now, after the river comes out and all cards have been revealed, those still in play will make a final round of bets. And then we turn to the showdown, where each player reveals their hand face up. And in this scenario, you have a jack here and a jack here. So this would mean that you have a 2 pair, okay? However, because I am also able to play the board, I have elected to play the table, which means I also have a 2 pair. This would mean we tie and split any earnings, okay? Let's play a few more rounds to familiarize you with the game of poker, okay? So we retrieve all of the cards and we shuffle again. As you can see, dear viewer, these cards are slightly warped due to frequent use by me and my friends when we play card games. There's also a red version of this. I believe it's called Ruby something. I never picked up, but I should have when I bought these. I think they also may have made a black version with the shiny backs, but I would have to look that up. I don't know for certain that that is a thing, but I think that should be a good shuffle. So let's go again. The top card is removed from play. 2 cards for me. 2 cards for you. Now I am closing my eyes. I promise you. Scout's honor. Here are your cards. Okay? Memorize them. Take a close look. Okay? I hope those are in frame for you. Okay? And I will flip those back over and set them aside. Okay? So, I don't know what your cards are. I'm going to now take a look at mine. Okay? One final peek. I know what I have. I don't know what you have over here. Let's go now to the flop. Okay? The flop. This is the flop. How do you feel about your position in this game? Do you feel you have a strong hand over here? Okay. The turn now. Okay? The turn. Do you feel differently now that you've seen the turn? Wonderful. And finally, let's play the river, okay? Now, as we are both playing all hands, let's take a look. You have a 2 and a 5. There are 3 spades here. Unfortunately, that's not enough for a flush. And I have a 6. And there are 2 6s here, so that would give me a 3 of a kind, and you would only have the high card here, the king, so that means I've won this round, okay? Let's play a few more, just to get comfortable and understand the mechanics of play, okay? Again, this is not an in-depth strategy video for playing Texas Hold'em, as that would probably take several hundred hours and an immense thesis paper. But should you desire such a thing, if I am able to become a better poker player, I may be able to create such a video. Okay? For now, we'll shuffle this one more time. And we'll play another hand. Okay? Okay. Let's take a brief shuffle. I apologize for the cut there. There was a plane that flew over the house, and it was quite a loud one. So, we will give this a good shuffle. One more should do it. Alright. The top card. Oh. The top card removed from play. 2 cards to me. I will gather your 2 cards. Okay? Now, I promise you, my eyes are closed. These are your cards. Okay? Memorize them. Keep them in mind. Okay? I will set them aside. Okay? I promise you, I don't know what you have. Okay? Let's go to the flop. This is flop. Okay? I'm now going to peek at my cards because I forgot to do that. Okay. How do you feel about your cards? Okay, excellent. This is the turn. Okay. How do you feel? All right. Let us now see the river. Okay. These are the cards with which we'll build our best hand. You have 8, 7. If only you had a 6, you would have had a straight. I have a 4 and a queen. I have a pair of queens. You have an 8 and a 4. Nothing to build out if you would have a high card on the king. Let's play again. Okay? I think we'll do 2 more rounds. I think that should do it. Okay? Let's give these a brief shuffle. Okay, that should do it. The top card removed from play. 2 cards to me. 2 cards to you. I'm closing my eyes again. Okay? These are your cards. I apologize if I bump the tripod. Of course, the setup I use is quite janky. It would make all audio video club members queasy to see what I've got going on here. But again, these are your cards. Okay, I have turned them over and I've set them aside. All right, I will peek at mine. Okay. Let's see the flop. Okay, this is the flop. How do you feel about your cards? Okay, you feel strongly about your cards. All right, let's see. This is the turn. Okay, this is the turn. Has your mind changed at all? Interesting. The final card. Let's now approach the showdown. Okay? You have an 8 and a 5. I, however, have a queen and a 10. Unfortunately, I did not get king, queen, jack, 10, 9 for a straight. However, I did get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spades for a flush. So I've had quite a remarkable round. let's play one final game together, okay? We'll do this one final time. So we gather our things, we shuffle for the final time. One more should do the trick. Alright, I think that is well and truly shuffled. This will be the final hand. 2 cards to me. 2 cards for you, dear viewer. I've closed my eyes once again. Get a good long look at your cards there. Okay. Alright. I do not know what you have. I will peek now at mine. Okay. Let's now play the flop. Okay, how do you feel about your cards? How do you feel? Alright. Now for the turn. Okay, how do you feel? And now the final river. Alright, how do you feel about this assortment? Okay, let's have a grand old look at our cards. Now, let's see here. Club, 3 clubs, 4 clubs. Nothing for me there. I only have the queen pair in the middle. You have 3 hearts. Not much there either. So it looks like we've tied once again, dear viewer. Now, I hope that you were able to learn something from this. I hope I've explained this game well enough for you to get a basic understanding of how to play Texas Hold'em poker. If you enjoyed the video, you can always consider liking and subscribing. It's free, and it truly does help support the channel immensely. I would like to thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all again soon. Goodbye for now.